This is Flight to Fantasy, a Geometry Dash level that took me multiple months to finish. But why? In this video, I break down exactly why it took so long and share the inspiration behind each part. Let's start where I started my journey, the pillars. A lot of people might say the song doesn't fit the level, and that's fair. Finding the perfect song is tough. Either it's overused, or it's a NONG. I just picked one without thinking about music syncing or how the level matches. Okay, so after choosing the song, what inspired the beginning of the level? It actually came from school. In one of my classes, we randomly started talking about pillars. I remembered seeing pillar blocks in the editor, thinking I could use those. But for some reason, as soon as I got home and started building, I forgot all about the pillar blocks and ended up making my own pillars. I just randomly had this idea where you fall off the pillars and land on top of an airplane. Also, the birds that have a red glow can kill you, while the ones without it are mainly for the background. After you fall off the airplane, we'll go to the next part, which is inside the house. I really wanted to make the player feel like they're going inside a screen or another level. To make it less empty, I added a bookshelf filled with books. The book titles are memes, like Breeze, 92% Phobos, and No Hair, and much more. For this section, I decided to include some plushes. I actually added 4, GD: Eonair, Mindcap, and Juniper. I also figured out how to use the random trigger. I also decided to add Secret Way, and I wanted to feature someone, even recreating their merch. Okay, I know Vortrops might look a bit weird, and I totally agree, but to be fair, I built that part when I wasn't as good at building. Plus, it was my first time trying to make a person. I also added a section where the player falls into a hole. This is when I began to lose progress on the level, which I'll discuss further when I explain why it took so long to finish. This is the part where things really start to fall apart. My plan was to drop a new preview of this Geometry Dash level about once a month, keeping you all updated on the progress. But previews 2 and 3, well, they were different. Preview 2 came out a whole 8 months ago, and preview 3 was 6 months ago. So, there's a 2-month gap between those previews, and you might be thinking, maybe I made a lot of progress. But the truth is, I barely worked on it. Okay, so maybe it's because I've got school, which eats up the time I could be spending on my level. You're right about that part. But if you happen to be stalking me, you'll probably see I'm mostly just playing Geometry Dash a lot. So, honestly, I've just been super lazy and haven't felt like working on my level. That's why on preview 3, I barely even worked on it. After barely working on the level, summer break arrived, and I decided to dedicate my time to it. Since the level is named Flight to Fantasy, I realized it lacked a sense of fantasy, so I decided to add a dragon. It turned out alright, I guess, but animating the legs and arms was too annoying, so I skipped it. I had this idea to have the dragon crash into a castle, and I was also inspired by Squid Game, where the frontman watches the players on TV. At first, I put in some random person, but then I decided to add RobTop, the creator of Geometry Dash. I also threw in more plushes, one of which is from the Roblox game Bee Swarm Simulator. I made another plushie and got inspiration from that too, and I wanted the colors to be random. After that, you go inside the TV, which leads to a part one didn't really like. but since you're inside a TV, that explains the channel thing in the top left corner. Now, let's get to the part where I started improving my decorating skills. I thought about making an enchanted forest. It doesn't really look like one, but I still like the part a little bit since I also learned how to decorate more realistic grass. Fun fact, you may or may not notice this icon reading a book, and he's actually reading a book named Enchanted Forest. I also added a frog, but since I also started playing a game named My Singing Monsters, I wanted to make it a low chance, 5% to be exact, where you get this monster I liked, FW. I also decided to make an amethyst hazard, though it didn't really look like one. Let's move on to a part one liked.
I can feel my heart breaking, mistakes I've been making. I'm running out of patience to pretend. This isn't how I'll let it end. We're fading. You've been running your last year, last grinding 9 years. How can a human lose their self-control? There's nothing left to make you whole. I'm done explaining. This is because it can be hurt. Many mistakes will make me hurt. I can't fix you.
At first, I really liked how this turned out. This part is more like a floating island, and I liked it. I also added an icon flying, which I got inspiration from another level I built, game. But after that, it started to become repetitive. I didn't really have many ideas on what to build, which is a problem when I try to build levels. Most of my levels end up with the same design over and over, and it starts to become repetitive. Since the song started to change, I decided to make a new part. I tried to make it like a workshop. It kinda looked good, but it felt empty. I also decided to use all the game modes. But around the ball part, I started to feel nauseous. I was also burping a lot, but I think I had acid reflux or something. Around this time, TCD, the Geometry Dash group channel, decided to host a Minecraft server, and I had to go back to my 2-week Minecraft phase. Even though my first house got griefed, and to be fair, it was near spawn, I traveled really far to an open cave and made my base hidden. It had a lot of secret bases inside. Denny even teleported to my base, but I don't think he cared at all. And I was also selling something, but anyways, after the server ended, I felt better, and I quickly finished the ball and spider part, and started building the next part.
This is what happens when you leave it to somebody else. If you want it done right, you should just do it yourself. You oversaturate your world with nothing but machines. You might make everyone happy, but you're dead inside just like me.
I got inspiration from the pillars, but I wanted to do more like an ancient thing, and I like how this part turned out. You may or may not notice that the lyrics are actually in the background to make it less empty. Now, onto one of the last parts of the level.
That's something I know all about.
I wanted to do more of a fortress, but it doesn't really look like one. I didn't really mind how it looked though. This part was repetitive because I wanted to finish the level, so I was building quickly, and also because most people say that this part matches the song the most. For the very last part of the level, I wanted it to be a boss fight.
Because it could be her. Many mistakes will make me hurt. I can't fix you. Is it because it could be her? Made me awake and make me hurt. I can't fix you.
Well, I'm finally at the last part. I got inspiration from the old dragon, and I felt like the end should be a boss fight, and it turned out better than expected. The old dragon had 318 objects, while the new one has 308, just a little less. The new one looks much better, and since it was a boss fight, I added more animations. I still haven't really improved at doing animations, but I still kinda like how it looks. After 10 months, I finally finished Flight to Fantasy. Even though the level has a lot of red flags, for example, as I said in the beginning, the song doesn't sync or match with the level, one big red flag is the gameplay. I suck at making gameplay. Most of my levels were bad due to the gameplay, like DODLE and Meow. Actually, a fun fact, I decided to make a TCD Christmas challenge to improve my skills, and they actually played it. Anyway, the click indicators do help, but the decoration makes it way harder to see what kills you. Since I'm the creator of the level, I know what kills me, I know everything. That's why the level feels like an insane star for me, but most people say it's an easy or medium demon. Even though I hate how unbalanced the gameplay is, I do like the fact that I improved my decoration. My goal is just to get a rate. As I'm editing this video, it has been sent for rating and considered for featuring twice. I want to make another level but focus more on the gameplay since, even though I improved my decoration, I did not improve my gameplay at all. For the next level, I want to focus on making a 2-star level or an extreme demon, or I'm better off just making auto levels. I'm not sure what to build, but as of right now, I'm more focused on improving my skill. I recently beat Cataclysm, jumping from a medium demon after 15,618 attempts and 9 months, because back then I was more focused on finishing Flight to Fantasy. But if you have a song that you think would match my decoration and suit an easy, peaceful level or an extreme demon, please comment the song name below, since I struggle so much to find a song. Anyways, hopefully my next level won't have trash gameplay.